Here for Div B game. Stitches Be Crazy versus 104. And we'll be right back. Players are joining the lobby. Starting in a few minutes.
that great.
Looks like we have all our players. Okay, all teams are ready. We are now go. If you're just tuning in, this is 104 versus Stitches Be Crazy, Division B East game. here in round 4. First game in the best of 2. 104 won the coin toss, and they banned Volskaya. Stitches Be Crazy banned Towers of Doom. Game 1 here, of course, Infernal Shrines. 104 opted for map pick, so Infernal will be their map, and we are going to Cursed Hollow Game 2 for Stitches Be Crazy. Moving into this series, Stitches Be Crazy certainly the much more favored team. They're, I believe, 8th place in the rankings, whereas 104 is something like 13th place in the rankings. By the numbers, not the best of seasons for 104 here. Though I haven't seen them play before, I don't know if I believe they're a new team, or at least a newly formed team for this season. I don't know if the players are new. I've seen some of the players and names before, a few of the players' names before, so pretty sure they've been around in NGS a bit here. As we get our support bands out, Deckard and Stuka, respectively. So yeah, Stitches has the edge on, just by the stats in terms of their win rate and ranking on the scoreboard, but that's, numbers aren't everything. It matters who shows up, who plays well. And we'll see what 104 can do against Stitches Be Crazy as Diablo gets banned out by Stitches Be Crazy. Johanna banned, so both teams mirroring support and main tank bans here. I like these bans though. All 4 of these heroes are quite strong on this map. Can have pretty high impact in the rotations, and of course on the point here we get the Murden opener. Doesn't really give anything away, super flexible on the side of Stitches, or SBC for short. Let's see how 104 responds with their opener. I'm curious if they're going to try and grab something like an Asmodan. Maiev, pretty spicy, and Killfoss. Okay, I like it. 1 initiator, 1 follow-up. Maiev loves mages. Kale and Jane are probably the best with him in terms of AoE. Considering he can just drop Phoenix and Flame Strike at a bunch of bombs in Warden's Cage. Unless he goes Pyro. I've seen a lot of kills go Pyro lately, but it hasn't always worked out. There's been a lot of disengage against the teams I've seen it picked. They try to Pyroblast, Dahakas and Phoenixes and other heroes who can just disjoin it. It's been a little silly. So hopefully, and it doesn't really make any sense with Warden's Cage. Could be good against the Alex, but she also has ways to disjoint. Technically, she has about very small invulnerability frames when transforming into Dragon Queen, or using Dragon Queen. And of course, Cleansing Flame will take her off the map altogether. Pardon me. Jaina Alexstrasza picked up here from SBC. This is a pretty nice combo. These 2 heroes can work smoothly together. Murda and Jaina Alex. I always like to see it when your main tank, main support, main DPS can work together to clear waves, take camps, harass, skirmish, siege, get kills. Quite reliable trio there, but as we get a Blaze and Rail ban, this is... I don't know if I've ever seen bans this mirrored. Main support ban, main tank ban, offlaner ban from each team. That's funny. 1, 2, 3. Double pick here for 104. I expect them to pick up a main tank and support. But technically, with all the bans done and the enemy team having theirs, they're in no particular hurry. They can do what they want, order-wise. I'm going to save the main tank for last. Grab the Leoric and Rhaegar. I like the Rhaegar pick. Probably going to be used for the Maiev mostly. As she dives in, it probably really shouldn't be used on Leoric. And if it's being used on Kale, like they have bigger problems. This is a pretty aggro team. Leo can jump in. Rhaegar can get in here. Follow up with the Maiev. So they just need a hero, a main tank who can go well with that. But the enemy already has the Mura. Diablo's banned. Sonya Phoenix for SBC to round out their draft. Trying to think who they're going to go for a main tank. I wouldn't expect like an Arthas, but maybe. Something more mobile though. ETC? Question mark? I feel like he'd get blown up against this team. Diva. Okay, so I had a vague inkling they might have not have been going for a main tank, but I was like, oh no, they're not going to do that. Turns out they are. Leo Diva, so double bruiser / double friend line here. Maev's a heavy engage. Rhaegar can weave in and out, so They technically have like 3.5 frontliners here, with Rhaegar being the half. Kael'thas. This is a cool draft. I like it from 104. We'll see if they can pull it together against SBC's more straightforward draft. Sonya, of course, able to work together with this Murden with Spear and potentially Leap. Yeah, I don't see any particular reason for her to go Rage in terms of enemy CC slow, realistically. They may want the Leap in for full combo. We'll see. A lot will also depend on this Jaina and this Alex follow-up. Double Bruiser, PogChamp. Yeah, Super PogChamp. We'll see. It'll be telling, especially if the Alex also goes Cleansing Flame. I would expect a full just dive combo with like Sonya Leap and the Martin if Phoenix has Warp. But that does leave Jaina maybe a little behind, but we'll see what she does. There's so much enemy, like, honestly, SBC doesn't have to engage. They can just counter-engage. Really? Considering this Maiev, Leo, and D.Va really should be running at them. Or I'd be very surprised if they weren't running at them. Anyway, so they have options. Let's get the game underway here.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
As for 104 here in the blue corner, we have Key 1108 on the Rhaegar, Leo Rice on the Leoric, Danop on the Kael'thas, Linkin Park on the D.Va, and Sheepfu on the Maiev. In the red corner, Stitches Be Crazy, Cheese on the Phoenix, Bellolos on the Marden, GZB57 going to be in the Sonya, Tekio on the Alexstrasza, and EMSA will be on the Jaina. Teams witch each other well here. Block for the Sonya, interesting. D.Va can really munch that. Curious if that's really the best option, but it can help her in her offlane matchup. I don't think she's really too worried about Leoric hits either, personally, but could be a player comfort thing. Nice boot back into the Flame Strike, by the way, from this D.Va on our Nitrous Burners. I think that was a triple Flame Strike hit, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, it's early, so... But look at that kill damage already as a result of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a triple Flame Strike. Teams will rotate. I think the kill potential from SBC is higher in this format, considering they have more bursty damage output with this Jaina Phoenix and the Murden Alex stun slow. But if Maiev gets a good combo back into some D.Va control and Gale, I don't know, they can do something with Maiev tether and then boot back with the D.Va boosters into like a Kale lift or something silly for a lot of CC train. It's a little awkward, but they can make it work. Leo double soaking, question mark? Oh, he's just doing it while their team takes the siege camp. Makes sense. I like this play. Efficiency play by 104. Linkin Park might go down here. Well, not. D.Va himself won't go down. Herself won't go down. Mech death, though. He's now died 0.15 times. 104 doing a nice job on these camps, by the way. Taking out bottom as well already. SBC just now taking their own, so... Murden had rotated middle earlier, and now we see the Sonya, Jaina. Sonya Leo playing musical lanes here. So there's no other camps left for 104 to take bottom. Curious if they're going to, for the first objective, which is soon, about 45 seconds or so. Wonder if they might make a move towards the Bruiser. Looks like they're not going to bother though this time. They were posturing mid for this Jaina pick, who was out alone, but not too far up in the lane, thankfully for SBC. Actually taking a few more steps forward, probably gets gone on. Sonya Leo duking it out top. Going pretty well, pretty evenly for both of them. GZB being pretty aggressive. Not sure he wants to do this though. Could get chased down with Life Chain. Gonna be alright for now. Bruiser camp taken by SBC. I really like this play. I honestly thought 104 should have taken theirs. A little surprising they didn't, considering how much focus they put on the other camps, but They'll get off to a nice start here, already at 10 minions on the point, as SPC are just now arriving and going very nicely for 104. Zoning here with the D.Va, though she is about to lose her mech. Kale, though, fat spear from GZ will clean him up. Well played. Mech does actually explode, so D.Va didn't lose the mech. Press the button, but now 104 forced off the point. They're only 12 skulls away, but Kale is their main ranged poke for this. No flame strikes here. D.Va is actually zoning the Jaina. And don't think Kale will res in time. They'll need to make a play. They're going to try to get with the D.Va, just tie up more time. Will Shifu go in? No, doesn't feel comfortable. It is kind of a 1v4, 1v5. Here comes Leo, though, from the top. See what they can make happen. Here's the Dragon Queen, though. Only 8 more skulls needed for 104. It's going to be interesting. Leo gets cleaned up real quick, and Linkin Park's probably going to drop the mech. No, they don't finish him off. About 1 HP. 3 skulls left for 104. Can they get this? They don't. It goes over to Stitches Be Crazy. Feels Batman. Linkin Park will now res. Shifu does go down to Phoenix. John Cena will jump actually on 2. Oh my goodness, he's just gonna die to an Infernal Punisher. Doge punished by John Cena. My goodness, I don't remember the last time I've seen a hero just straight up die to the Punisher. That was actually rather entertaining. Oh my goodness, Linkin Park. He's just... what is happening? They can't handle. They can't handle him. Did they not see him? Is this the real John Cena? Is he invisible? I don't know, folks. What I do know is this middle fort is dead. And Stitches Be Crazy, you gotta be pretty happy. Getting a bunch of free kills there. And essentially a free fort. No respect for the objective from 104. They will pay the price. Leo might just pay the price with his life top. Will not be chased down. SBC now taking the bottom bottom Khazra camp. We'll look to push in. Excuse me. 104 about a level behind. I think the Leo's been doing a great job overall, and I liked what they were doing early. They fumbled on the point, though they were really close, all of 1 or maybe 2 skulls off. Or maybe it was 3, but got close. A few skulls off in any case, but SBC clean it up, get a big push. 104 is definitely going to be relying on a lot of their ults to make this game happen. They may or may not want to pick a fight before 10. Middle's too unsafe to soak because there's nowhere to retreat, although they could camp someone like D.Va here who would just nitro away if they wanted to try and soak all 3 lanes. Because right now they're... I don't really like this move too much, but at least there's... Okay, here's the D.Va mid, as I expected. In my spot up, this is fine. For a second I thought they were sacrificing lane soak. I was mistaken. They're all good. 10s are here. We have the salvo. There's the rage. There's the cleansing flame. So they're going for this aggro on the Alex. Murden forward with this bolt. Lands on the Kale. No follow-up though. There was no real follow-up. There's the ring as well. They will take this bruiser camp though. Excuse me. They will clean up the newly capped bruiser camp from 104. So spent a lot of time grabbing it. Gets invaded. Gets cleaned up. But at least it's denied from SPC. Level 10s are really close here. D.Va's not in... Okay, this is just bugged. Sheepfu, not in the happiest of spots. D.Va's trying to come in, gets a Stormbolt though from the Mura. Stops her dead in her tracks, and Maiev in the grave for 20. Well played from Stitches Be Crazy, capitalizing on the Maiev being out of position and just pushed up a little too far in lane, I think, trying to soak these 10s. The Warden's Cage, the Phoenix, the Entomb. That's the laser, I think. And, of course, the Ancestral. Yeah, big shot, of course. She went bunny hop, it would have facepalmed. Cheese was trying to cheese the well, literally. Didn't happen, though. Gets a few shots off on it. Interesting play, though. I think he should have been with the team to clean up this tower. A tiny thing, but... Murden can just hit it once, or Jaina... There we go, okay. Goes down finally. So Sonya isn't here, by the way. I think this is, I don't know if they know this one, this is a great fight for 104 if they can take it. I'm expecting a big Entomb. Not going to happen, though. Rice is really holding it. Now it's on to the Alex. Here's the salvo. Here's the Ring of Frost. 104 just getting cleaned up. Hardcore, though. Can they finish off Dan up? Looks like they'll be fine. But that is 3 dead. Leo was also killed off just in his ghost form. Ancestral wasn't used, conversely. Not sure if there was time or it got interrupted. I think 104 the right idea, but Leo honestly botched that fight for 104. Trying to hit on the player, just waited way too long to entomb. Did it somewhere back here. Honestly had it available right around here when his team was closer to follow up. Really holds on to it long though. Too long in my opinion. And the follow-up was a little slow. Phoenix wasn't used, there's no Ancestral saves. I don't know if Diva had mech. In any case, right idea, wrong execution from 104 as SBC pushes forward with an Arcane Punisher now. Best of the bunch. Sonya trying to be cheeky top, but there are 104 is in force top lane, but I gotta say, they're gonna start losing their bottom keep wall, and they don't have many members here to help deal with this. Okay, now they're on the way. They res, they hearth home, but they will lose some structural damage as a result. Being a little tardy. No escape from the sun, they're really looking to chase. Kill poke will keep things at bay. Sonya's off taking Khazra camps. Bottom lane opened up for SBC later. I think it'll be a while for the next Punishers here, but if they ever win a fight in this area, even in the mid lane, they can just zip bottom and pressure. And of course, it makes it even more unsafe for 104 to try and soak bottom. Nowhere to retreat, should they get cut out. So, how to come back in this game for 104? I mean, they actually aren't that far behind. They just haven't gotten on the map in terms of kills. This Sonya that was looking juicy top, they are going for her. We'll see. Maybe they'll get on the board here, especially if they're willing to commit an Entomb, which would be very surprised if they don't. Here it is. Sonya unlikely to be able to whirl her way out of that one. Took a while though. And but will they lose a keep in return? Taking a little while for them to hearth home. I believe SBC can clean this up. Sonya does go down, but are they staying too long? Keep slow is here, creeps are almost dead, and 104 is on the way. They have everything available but Entomb. Oh, they'll actually commit Ring. Trying to finish the keep though is already finished. Here's a Warden's Cage. Emsa is in the back of this. Not really where she wants to be. Tekio also getting kaboomed by the Killfos bombs. Cheese also not healthy. Emsa sure to follow. 2 kills for 104, so they get the punish. They do lose a keep. Stitches is probably fine with this. It's basically worth. They're still ahead of level, although by the time everyone reses, 104 could maybe look to equalize this, especially with a triple lane soak. Or at least come a lot closer to equalizing it. It's a little unfortunate they committed Ring to try and kill the keep. I can see why they did it, but maybe if they had Ring for the retreat, that could have bought them some time. But Jaina was pretty screwed. She was stuck way back here ping-ponging around Warden's Cage. And of course she doesn't have her ice barrier yet, though she's really close, honestly. Super close. Way closer than I expected her to be. Let's look at some damage numbers. 18k, 24k, 26. Just to be crazy, of course, they're split soaking here to try and get 16. Not looking for a fight. Tekio! Oh my goodness! Leo Rice misses the Entomb. Pretty sure that was a kill if it lands. Feels bad, man. They both take out the well. Lincoln Park will drop the mech, forcing back SBC as they're trying to commit to this fort. They might just pay for it. Might see reversal here. They stay too long. We'll see. Fort does go down. Jane is out. Here's a fat ring. Doesn't actually land on anyone, I think. No, it just landed on the Leo, who happened to be unstoppable. Here's the scan. Kind of surprised that didn't come out sooner. Leo Rice surely to go down, but can they clean up anyone else? Key 1108, now is the Ancestral. I think it actually got interrupted earlier. She flew in trouble. Will Vengeful Spirit out. They're still in the chase. Tekio actually lands on the front lines off that Cleansing Flame. Continues to move forward. Not going to happen, though. So after all that hullabaloo... Oh, they actually killed the Diva, too. I didn't catch that. So they killed the Diva. They killed both frontliners. Both cruisers went down. Bottom lane's also stacking up with this catapult pressure. This is a really good spot for Stitches to be crazy. Obviously, they got 2 kills, but, you know, they can just stall here top if they had to, which they don't really, though Jaina is soloing this Khazra camp, mildly suspect, but of course she has her 13 shield talent, so she won't take any real damage. I'm actually surprised to see 104 appear in force. This fort's already dead. I feel like they should have spent this whole time shoving out bottom. because they need to buy time to defend this keep area, and right now they're not really going to have it. They were pretty delayed in moving down here. Yeah, again, like these camps are a good idea. They just sat top for a good, I don't know, 20 seconds, maybe more, 30 seconds even, with the remaining heroes, other than the Leo who went bottom to defend. Bit of a miss, or not a bit of a mismake, quite a notable misplay by them. They had, again, had the right idea. It was just much later than it should have been. Sunny will peel off middle to deal with some of this pressure. Top fort, Frozen Punisher this time, so they will need to watch out to not be caught by this. Leo looks like he might be trying to tank this. It's actually going to land in here. Who did tank it? It was the D.Va, so it was fine. Roots are out, though, on the Rhaegar. Too far out to do anything about it. This is a 4v5, though of course they have the Punisher, so it's kind of a 5v5. Well, we'll go down. No real pressure from SBC. They don't want a repeat of bottom, where they got punished 2 kills, I think. So they're just chilling. With this again, some keep damage, lanes opened up. Sunny will move bottom. See what the next moves are. They're actually, again, they're not too far behind here, but of course they will lose the race to 20, so I will expect 104 to pick a fight pre-20, though of course SBC may be the ones to pick the fight pre-20 if it looks good. You know, catching someone out with ring salvos, their big combo. The cleansing flame's been pretty solid. Sonya actually top DPS. Jaina should have her, yeah, she does. Oh, Leo may get cut out here. No, he has the unstoppable. He'll be fine. Phew, almost not fine actually. Not the biggest kill, even if they get it. He'll res relatively quickly, but it's still a decent 30-40 seconds probably off the map at this part of the game for even a Leo with his faster res. I wouldn't have minded SBC. I don't know what they would have needed to burn. They probably would have had to rip Salvo or Ring just to kill solo Leo, and that feels pretty bad, honestly. They don't have any great like single target ult to burn and then still have another teamfight option. This is really janky. I don't know what SBC's doing up here. Jane is frontlining, checking bushes. This may not go well for Emsa. Tomb lands. At least there's a really nice ice block out. There is a fat bomb in the back line as well as a big ring. Who's going to go down first? It is the Maev as well as the Leoric. Kill's doing lots of damage though. Cheese is on the run as Salvo comes out. Sonya's angrily chasing the Rhaegar as the Lincoln Park's on the run. Uses that dash. Actually might just find the cheese. Indeed. D.Va takes out the Phoenix. But she dies for her efforts, but at least they get a 1 for 3. Better than a 0 for 3. Nice ice block by Jaina there, honestly. That was a really clutch. Leo finally landed the right entomb after missing it once or twice. Another victory for Stitches Be Crazy. This will propel them towards level 20 as well. I'm not sure who Rhaegar Ancestral. There was a lot of things used at once in that mid-fight inside the ring, so I couldn't quite follow it all. Top keeps down. This could just be outright game, although if SBC was not feeling it, they can just get the objective. This actually has to run through middle. It's a little unideal for them. It gives SBC a chance to try and hit 20. Excuse me, 104 a chance to hit 20. Although I really want to see them soaking all 3 lanes if this is their strategy. I'm not sure they have to contest this. I don't think they do, because they still have to go through mid-keep. SBC could do something like run through a side lane while the Punisher's middle, but either way that could be ignored. I feel like 104's main priority should be getting 20. Okay, they're not really fully splitting, but they're kind of dual splitting. I feel like these camps are not the right idea right now. Maybe it's okay, they're getting close. They should hit 20 before... they left Sunny alone on the shrine, but now 104 is moving in. Oh my goodness, not the best idea. I don't like Stitch's seeding shrine control just to grab one camp. There's actually a stun on D.Va. They actually have control of this mid lane now since SBC backed off. Kind of seeded control, but they do have this top Khazra Bruiser thing going on along with the catapults, so that will threaten core in probably the next 20-30 seconds. Bottom will stack up, so all Stitches has to do here is stall, but 104 is about to get 20. I'm really surprised they're just forcing this fight, because they have the tools to do so. Looks like now they're going to do it. Sonya will go on to the kill toss. Out comes the mana shield. Here comes the fat ring. Lands on 2. Sonya against the world, but she has plenty of team backup. Here's the salvo. Will clean up a lot of heroes. 3 or 2 and 2 outright. And who else is going down there? Leo. Trying to make things happen, not going to work. Kale on the run from Jaina. It's Mage versus Mage. Jaina lands the Frostbolt. Here's the Cone of Cold. Here's the lift into the Blizzard. She backs off, though. Doesn't want to chase. I wanted to see a Mage fight to the death. Feels bad. Stitches be crazy. Should just run it down top lane. Indeed, they do. Should be the end of 104. Not should. Will be the end of 104 this game. At least they got on the board a little bit. 4-17 here. The draft never quite came together the way they wanted it to. Stitches be crazy, of course, played it pretty well. Didn't give up too much. We're able to... This double bruiser was a cute idea. Didn't really work out for them. Maiev never really got a chance to shine either, along with this backup from Kael'thas. Anytime she went in, she was shut down pretty hard. Same thing for Leo. I think maybe if 104 was able to combine this Maiev Leo engage a bit harder, because we saw them punish hard bottom after SBC took that bottom keep. They killed 2 heroes and I think nearly a third. So they showed they can do it. It's just they needed the right conditions. Not able to actually this kill damage, pretty impressive, way above even the Jaina. Just not able to create those conditions for themselves. So. Be on to game 2 in a few minutes. See if they're all this Leo damage, but that's because he died a lot. Leo damage tanked. Who got all the kills? It's Phoenix. Salvo got, I think, 3 or 4 of these kills outright. Maybe even all of them. No, he pew-pewed someone to death once or twice, so. Alright, we'll see if 104 can bring him back in game 2. We'll go for a short break as we prepare the next round. Alrighty, we have 9 out of 10 players in the lobby, so should be starting very soon. Supposedly, anyway. We have already from SBC, just waiting on 104. As our next map is going to be Cursed Hollow. A little surprised last game. I don't know, I was hoping for 104 Maev could get some more value in these huge clashes when they all dogpiled each other. I never really. I know Ancestral was used a few times. I'm not sure on who though. I was never able to catch that. Just wonder if they were able to keep this Maev alive. She could Q spam her way to victory, but never got the opportunity. It seems. All right, everyone's ready for round 2. Let's get it started.
Cursed
If you're just joining us, this is NGS Season 5 Round 4, Division B East. 104 versus Stitches Be Crazy. Game 2 in this best of 2 series. Stitches Be Crazy took game 1 on Infernal Shrines, which was 104's map pick. So we are now on SBC's map pick here in Cursed Hollow. 104's draft and sort of game plan not able to come together in game 1. Let's see what they can do here in game 2 on a map they did not choose. I wouldn't expect to see the same bands here, considering it's a non-rotate map and the map itself is much bigger. Might see some bands more towards the globals. Dahaka usually, but Felstad or Abathur. If I'm not mistaken, 104 plays a lot of Abathur. So, it's pretty cool if they could pick that up here for themselves. No idea, of course, if SBC has done their scouting research. Abathur isn't a common ban outside of, higher tier leagues, typically. Master/DM players on average, occasionally some Diamond, but pretty rare to show up otherwise. But I really hope it does. Great map for the hero, and could be 104's path to victory here. And Cursed Hall, it is a Deckard ban, even though they have first pick, so they must just not like Deckard themselves, and just want to make sure the enemy doesn't get it. Mephisto ban here from SBC, pretty solid, great map for Mephisto. I don't think he has a bad map per se, but all the little choke points and hidey spots, you can get a lot of value out of that. Shade of Mephisto, and I forget the name of his Q, Skull Missile, things like that. Solid ban. And Genji, first pick for 104. Great first pick for the map. Dahaka Hanzo, pretty solid duo opener from SBC. Dahaka with the global. Hanzo's Sonic Arrow is great around these engagements. That'll happen over the tribs. Of course, you just want to make a big rotation, maybe in enemy territory, throughout the arrow, see what's going on. Easy stacks and scatter all game here. And of course, the boss, shotgun boss power of Hanzo as the game goes on. Okay, yeah, more dive, more aggro from 104. I think they're going to be the ones. I thought they would do more running at SPC last game with their draft, like this Maev, Diva, Leo, Rhaegar they had going on, but it never really happened. So here we already have a Genji and a Greymane and a Blaze. All three heroes have a form of mobility. These teams playing a B03. What face? Did I put B03 somewhere? Did I B03 somewhere in my stream title or something? Oh, oops, did I screw up something? Give me a sec. I might have screwed something on the score, did I? Oopsie daisy. I did, I'm sorry. I don't know why I hit 2 instead of 1 on the score. What have we got going on here? Stukov ban and a Muradin ban. That Muradin was pretty darn troublesome for 104 last game. Solid respect ban coming out here. ETC Malfurion. A little on the squishy side here. Hanzo ETC Malf. But of course Malfurion's Twilight Dream can provide some solid anti-dive when used properly, but can't get interrupted, can be dodged even by certain things. Nubrak Uther, so they're committing to the hard dive. A little doubtful about this Uther though, considering his complete lack of mobility and medium reach at best. Some might even call it short range reach. Even like Alex was available. They should have just probably gone a straight Alex with Cleansing Flame or something. Whitemane also available, if I'm not mistaken. She would also do better. A little curious about this Uther. Oh, okay. They're probably picking it for like the Genji or Greymane for D shield. I can't imagine they're going Divine Storm, but my imagination is possibly limited as draft is over here. I like both drafts. 104s is straightforward, run at things and try and kill them. There's not too much else going on there. Their boss control is decent with this Greymane. Greymane +1 can actually take the boss at around, I think, level 7 or 8. Like Uther Greymane, I believe, can duo the boss around then, at 8 to 10 range. But of course, this Hanzo Lunara would ultimately do a boss quicker once Hanzo has the W's stacked. The scatter arrows stacked. I'm mildly concerned about this ETC Mouth. ETC obviously peels super well. He's in a sense one of the better/best solo tanks to peel things between Power Slide and can't remember the name of his W. Not Mike Check. That's the name of a talent. Anyway, his knockback. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now. But there's also this Anubrak web, right? So they can manage to web someone like the Malfurion post 10 and just run at people. I have concerns for the survivability a bit on the side of SBC, but we'll see what happens. Get underway here again on the blue team. Sheep Fu. Playing Genji for 104. Dana on the gray main. That is a Linkin Park trying to escape his base on the Anubarak. Who am I missing? Key 1108 here on the Uther. Leo Rice on the Blaze. And for SBC in the red corner, we have Belalos on the ETC. Tekio on the Malfurion. Cheese on the Hanzo. Emsa on the Lunara. And GZB57 on the Dahaka. Taka goes for tissue regen. There's a little more dodge than I'm thinking though of. There's the burrow on Dahaka. Hanzo is natural agi. Theoretically, Lunara will have leaping strike. It's actually a pretty decent Mosh game, honestly. There's no range cancel other than web. And this heavy melee, it's technically 4 melee because Greymaine's going to be diving a lot of Morgan form later, presumably. This could be a really sick Mosh game from Belalos here. We'll see though. It is a global map. They might opt for the double global on ETC stage dive. We'll see what they want to do in terms of that. The lanes map pressure later. Speaking of lanes, Uther's making the long walk around. Interesting. Lunar was rotating them. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, they weren't concerned about safe rotating. They're taking an early bruiser camp. I don't mind this. If they don't push with it, it's a little underwhelming. It tends to get cleaned up pretty quick. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. I usually kind of expect people to grab this, then push with it, and then like rotate down. Because timing-wise, this might be a little awkward. You're up here and then need to run down here for the objective. We'll see. Obviously, these objectives are randomized, but based on where it's showing. But it looks like they are going to push with this, and they're not committing to the siege camp at this time anyway. Unless Greymane will rotate up there in like the next 20 seconds and grab it. They, last game 104 showed in propensity for camp taking early as well, so I like it. I think they need a little more than just this, as Anubarak dives in here into the gate. ETC with a big power slide. Root comes out, a little late, I dare say. Nothing will come of this ultimately, but looks like they will grab an early tower here, middle. And maybe the gate, if they are able to stay long enough to maintain the pressure. Lunara versus Genji. Actually going fairly well for Genji, though I think he just well tapped. Yeah, he did. Lunara will do the same, so you'll have to do this, but Trib's spawning in the next 30 seconds. They should be fine. Greymane may need to tap her Hearth home though.
Gather tribute and earn my favor.
I feel like SBC is going to be late to this now. Emsa's got to be careful. Genji could go in her with a dash and a deflect. Clean up Bambi here, but he himself is a bit low. Emsa opting to Hearth? No, gonna think better of it. I have to say, I really like... I was kind of criticizing 104 for maybe gonna be showing up to this late, but they're all here for the most part, and SBC not so much. Emsa is in big danger here. Dodges the stun. Oh, doesn't dodge that stun. Oh my goodness, 36 HP. Power slide from ETC, but this should be basically a guaranteed trib. Oh no, it's canceled for now, but they don't seem to be committing. A little bit of indecision from Stitches here. I feel like they could have gotten something else done on the map, top or middle, if they weren't really going to commit to this, and the way they were playing really showed they weren't committing to it. They were half-heartedly committing to it, which is practically never going to win you an objective. I think they could have let Lunara Hearth home, fill one bottom, and just have the rest push middle, and get some value on this, on these structures, because their own middle has already been cleaned up, which is pretty nice for 104. Face melt. That's the name of the talent. The ability, excuse me. Missed tongue grab by Dahaka. Looking to get the harass on. Not gonna happen. Lunar's is gonna join this. I'm not sure why she ran all the way down here to attack one creep. A little interesting. Ooh, they're pinging her. They know she's here. Not gonna happen though. So 104 just give this up. I don't mind this, other than the fact that they did posture originally for this. Both teams kind of goofing on their tribute defenses here. 104 again. They could have done something else. Pushed middle, killed the well, pressured bottom, even taken out get some structural damage in. They kind of hover and accomplish not much of anything, so we're even, no kills, but 104 is actually with a slight experience lead, so they will be happy with this. I'm very curious to see how an actual 5v5 goes. There's a lot of potential from both sides for it to go well. 104's execution is more straightforward, once again, just dogpile the same target. So SBC is actually giving up this tribute, and they do have this camp bottom to buy themselves a little extra time. Blaze actually coming over to scout this out. I can't imagine 104 will contest this, but honestly, oh yeah, they're just going to start their own. This makes more sense. Blaze is soaking though, so I'd say they're getting the slight edge. No burrows needed from the Dahaka just yet. Conversely, the skirmishers haven't been there. SBC moving in force to enemy territory. We want to take over the vision, steal the siege camp. Looks like they're happy to just let bottom be. They do have these siege giants hitting the boss, temporarily anyway. Blaze, vague, no, not quite cut off anymore, so... Again, I'm not sure what Stitches Be Crazy is up to here. They don't push with their own boss, they don't defend the enemy boss. They spend the whole time running over here taking one siege camp. It's pretty inefficient. Not really what you're looking for at this stage of the game, but they are level 10. So we do have the Dragon Arrow, the Isolation. There's the Twilight Dream. Big question is, do we get an EDC Mosh Pit or not? I really expect him to take it, as we get the Web, the X-Strike, the D-Shield, the Bunker, and actually she goes Thornwood Vine, or Thornwood Poke as a friend of mine used to call it. ETC, there's the Mosh Pit. This is a sick Mosh game. As they just go right in here on Lunar, she might just straight up die. No, she dodges the stun, will be okay. This is a nice push here mid. There was a cursed bullet out on, I'm not sure who, I think on the Dahaka. Geez, trying to channel this on Hanzo. Genji comes in with the deflect. Here's the next strike. Twilight Dream will actually miss. Feels bad, man. And there's the big Mosh on 3. Can't stall it. Lunar probably going to be cleaned up by Greymane, theoretically. No, not going to happen. Tekios stunned up here, trying to escape. Not going to happen. Gets cleaned up by the Blaze Bunker. Popping out. Cheese now getting chased down by the Anubarak. Big power slide from ETC. Pauses a moment. Not sure what that's about. Dragon Arrow comes out kind of late, but this is now a, what, 2v3 if I'm not mistaken? 2v4. A little surprised to see Stitches Be Crazy hanging around here. Cheese trying to come back in, but his front line was about to go down. Health bars aren't great for 104, but there's no threat. Feels bad, man. Well played, though, by 104. The big counterplay moment from Stitches Be Crazy on this Twilight Dream completely whiffed. Was meant to hit the Genji, but Genji X-striked, and I talked about this in the draft. Some ways to dodge it. And the Lunar was split the whole time down here, zoned, not really what they were looking for. The Dragon Arrow also incredibly late in that fight. Basically used once the fight was utterly lost. A little surprising. So, Stitches Be Crazy will want to look to clean up their alt use next major engagement. 104 pressuring middle, a little harass onto the Anubarak, but no big deal. And the fact that they just let this bottom free push earlier from the boss means they're pretty shoved in on the waves. They're about a level behind. ETC should be just fine here. We'll power slide to safety. Gets a heal. Of course the bullet goes out, but nothing will really come of this. Roots out as well. This is a nice collapse by 104. Malf gets webbed. Bellows in a lot of trouble unless he has a power slide. He's getting CC'd though, has the slide, but here's the Genji chase. Can he live? And there's a sick Twilight Dream actually. That was 5-man Twilight Dream, holy moly. And they actually drag back, who is this? The Greymane, see if they can finish him off. Here's a big Dragon Arrow, hits actually the Greymane. He gets the D-Shield though, he'll be fine. Emsa, what again? Just a cutoff from the team. They're not going on the Blaze, he's out of mana. Unlikely to survive this. Leo Rice will go down. Solid plays from both teams there. Stitches Be Crazy able to at least grab a kill on the backside here. That was an incredible Malf Twilight Dream out of the web. They didn't seem to be ready for him. What face? Okay. Sheep Fu, I guess, was concerned about getting CC trained, which is actually pretty valid, so he does X-Strike out for the invulnerable frames. That's a big win for Stitches Be Crazy overall. The D-Shield was forced out on that Greymane earlier. That's on cooldown. Genji just X-Strike now. Of course, they have Bunker. Bunker's a little longer cooldown now, right? It's already 80. Yeah. Web, of course, is every minute, so they can spam web engages, and 104 drafted this kill squad. And they've been trying. They're doing a good job around objectives. They did a good job here, middle collapsing. Webbing the Malf, going on the ETC was the right idea, but they weren't able to clean it up quite the way they were hoping. EMSA will hearth out just in the nick of time as 104 show up completely in force. Looking for a kill. Lincoln Park will check the bushes. No Bambi to be had here. She hearth home. Tahaka's liable to take top fort by the time this spawns, or at least clear up enough minion pressure to allow this to happen. But no, he's actually... Oh, they're actually bossing. They can't afford to do this. They don't actually need the trib. I like this play, I think, though I'm actually not sure. Actually, I don't like this play, because 104 has the advantage already. They've already cleaned out the bottom lane and have more easier camp access in general. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. They do have the Dahaka to shove, so this is the advantage. They can grab the boss, shove with the boss with the Dahaka, and then show up to try and contest trib, but no, that's already taken, so that's not going to happen. Bruiser camp will be cleaned up middle. This is fine. Doesn't really... Neither of these bosses are going to get too much done, although... Oh, top actually already got cleared out. I didn't... When did that happen? Oh, because the giants were taken once or twice, I think. Huh. Must have been the giants. I thought they cleaned up the giants right away. It must be crazy. This shouldn't do much other than clear out the gate. Maybe this tower at most. Doesn't look like it though. Same for top. It'll possibly kill the well. Not that big a deal. Taka Blaze. Fight. Nice tongue grab onto the Blaze. No follow-up, of course. Offlaners will just duel for now. Hide in their bushes and to wait for the teams to show up. Everything pretty even here. 14 to 14, 2 to 2 on the board. Everyone's here 5v5. Have the opposite forts. A true symmetrical match in game 2. 104 looking a lot better, but Malf is channeling. Not going to happen. Big dive by Lincoln Park. Gets stunned. He got cleansed. Okay, he's fine. Bunker is out. Looking for a big Hanzo Dragon Arrow to maybe chain stun here. They're going to have to wait out this Bunker, though. EMSA looking to flank. I'm not really sure she wants to be here, though. Limited Vine coming out. Lincoln Park is very low. It looks like they will retreat for now and let SBC have this tribute. I'm a little curious. They had plenty of tools to commit to that fight. They had the web, they had the D-Shield, they had the X-Strike. Twilight Dream was down, Isolation was down. I feel like they could have made plays there if they wanted to try, but because now they have the pressure on them for this next tribute, even though it is on their side of the map. Nonetheless, if they lose the engage, it does mean curse. But not cozy. Teams will just get 16 before looking for the next scrap, whether that's some sort of pick-off in a jungle or just waiting for the next tribute outright. We'll see. Malfurion down here alone. Can't say I'm a fan of this. The Haka should be doing solo shenanigans. See who can get 16 first, though. 104's got slightly more lane presence with this Blaze top, but everyone's going to move down here. A little surprised to not see the Haka somewhere else. Maybe he doesn't have his burrow. Brush Stalker. Low hero damage game, actually. Just over 20k on Greymane and no one over 20k. Oh! That was actually a D-Shield forced out onto the Nubrak. Feels bad, man. He was alone in that bush. That's going to hurt 104 a lot in this fight. No D-Shield save available for the Genji or the Greymane. Lincoln Park already getting pretty low. Again, no web. He might just straight up die before anything happens. He's rooted. Here's a big Twilight Dream. I believe it missed. Out comes the X-Strike. It's good. Hits on 4. Tekio in a lot of trouble. May burn down to the Blaze. Bunker's good. That's actually a web on ETC, so there's no frontliner. Cheese looks like he'll die. Indeed, he will. Stitches Be Crazy on the run. ETC again, still in the web. Here, now he comes. Oh, looks like they'll clean up the Greymane, but they kill kill the Emza. It's currently a 2-for-1 in 104's favor. They still have the ETC dance. It'll land on 2, but let's see who they can kill. It's on both tanks, and there's no damage. It's a main tank, a main support, and an offlaner. The damage died a while ago, so a little overly ambitious from Stitches Be Crazy to not disengage. Let 104 have this. Again, not curse. And no need really to fight that hard to the death. Literally. The fight looked really good from them early. That, you know, 104 did that without the Divine Shield either. But some misplays positionally from Stitches Be Crazy will let 104 capitalize on that, punish. They have a lot more chase and reach between this Genji and this Greymane
Gather tribute.
than Stitches Be Crazy does on heroes like this Lunara, Dahaka. There's a really good web by the Anubrak as well, holding it. Webs the ETC, then full dives the team. I like it. 6-3, 17-16. It's 104's turn to be in the lead, almost a full XP, 1 level XP lead. Really interesting. Aggressive shredding. Okay, ETC not feeling the need for any kind of burst defense here. Bullet will come out, but it's just in the Dahaka. Not really going to do anything. Just minor level of harass for Mr. Dino. Greymane almost in grab range there. Not going to happen. Nice stun here on the Lunara. Keeps trying to channel, but I can't imagine she'll ever get it with Genji just throwing shurikens. And here comes the full dive. Web out onto the Hanzo. X-Strike will actually largely miss. Bunker's here. That's a nice silence. Looks like they're preventing this Genji from getting into the bunker. He can't get out. He's dead. Feels bad, man. Full body block. That's a nice Anubrak stun. Triple, I think. Leo Race on the run. Gets a cleanse. Tekio goes down. ETC is trying to clean up this blaze. Looks like it won't happen. Leo holding strong, but here's a sick mosh. It gets interrupted, but it might just be enough. This Lunar is cleaning apart with poison. It is a 5-for-2. Stitches Be Crazy coming out on top here. In a pretty intense fight. They're actually going to grab the boss before bothering to get the curse. I like this a lot. Will mean they don't actually get as much mid and bottom value. I don't know if I actually like this. In fact, I don't think I like this. They could be getting a lot more value middle and bottom right now. If they didn't have this kind of creep pressure already, I think it's fine. It's a little too greedy. I guess they're waiting for their own team to res. They could easily just get 20 and then do whatever they wanted. Seems maybe a little too greedy. Didn't quite seem necessary because it was also buying time for 104 to teams to res and defend these cursed lanes. Although they'll be defending top, of course. It seems like the play is to rush top, try and secure this keep. And mid fort will go down anyway. ETC isn't here though, so I don't believe Stitches Be Crazy will go too hard until he shows up in about 5-10 seconds. Taka looking for a tongue grab. A lot of damage out onto Linkin Park from the Hanzo. Power slide, the ETC comes in. Gonna miss. Boss takes out the keep. 1-4. Lunara, I don't know, sure where she went. She just went on a walkabout. Boss now on core. Shouldn't get the shields down though, as long as 104 can clean it up. Belalos looking maybe for a dance. Doesn't have it actually for over 10 seconds. Roots out. Just a zone. Boss taking down a little, maybe around 10% of this core. 7%. Double keep. And level 20s. For SBC here. Do we get to play the game? So we look for Hanzo to do some cheeky things. Contagion could be huge here as well. Plenty of Toxin. Splintered Spear should do quite nicely for Lunar. There's the Death Metal, so ETC might be suiciding here to get a Ghost Dance off, or a Double Dance even. SBC trying to steal this boss under the noses of 104. They can't let this is do or die, I feel, at this point. So let's see what they do on 104. Both teams posturing. A Lunar actually got webbed. I didn't see that. Here's the full dive. Stun on 3. X-Strike is big. That is a huge silence, but that's a D-Shield on Greymane. Will clean up the Lunara. Stance is pretty good, but damage is problem. 2 heroes already dead for Stitches Be Crazy. Here's a nice Dragon Arrow, but it's not quite enough. Hanzo will actually get out as well. The Hanzo will miss the tongue grab. Feels bad. Linkin Park may or may not die here, but 104 is not going to mind. Does get shotgunned finally by the arrows. This is a 3-for-1. That being said, Winions. If they can stall, they can stall. They might just win here to Winions. If they can stall, Belos looks like he'll pay for it with his life, but it may have just been worth. Let's see if 104 can hold this. A lot of katas. There's another one coming in. 15% core. Looks like they'll be okay for now, but 9% core isn't going to be feeling too awesome for 104. Play the game. Oh yeah, like is he gonna... He's dead and it's down. If it was up, I'm pretty sure he makes that play. Wahaha. But he can't do it alone. If he waits for like a creep wave, I think he could do it. Especially if 104 decided to, like if 104 show anywhere down mid or bottom, he can totally just zip in here. But they have to defend. There's no way. This is also cursed for 104, so they're actually like they're in a terrible spot, but they're also in a good spot. Because this is curse, the opposite way. They just picked up a boss. And this, you know, remember this is exposed. 104 is just rezzing. I feel like they should just do some sneaky core rush play instead of screwing with the tributes and the lanes. Just like let it happen. Dahaka can burrow not that close, but somewhere here or something, or here as well, and make a run for the core. Or whatever, but through bottom. That didn't make sense as a keep. They will grab the trib though. Little unclear why they let that go. I feel like they had bought enough time in their lanes to contest this top, especially with this boss bottom. I don't know if you can call it a misplay, but it feels like a bit of a lost opportunity, maybe, for 104. They fought their way back into this game quite nicely, even at a 9% core, but not sure. I think they had a better moment available than the one upcoming. But we'll see what they can do. They've been doing pretty well in these fights. It's 12-9, 21-21. But this 9% core has got to be a worry. At least they have Giants top. It'll stall out a little bit, but honestly, as long as SPC can just stall here, they will win the game through top lane pressure or force 104 back. Again, if Hanzo can manage to hold on to his play of the game arrow, he could try a cheeky play as well. Just bail out of this fight altogether, land at the core, try and finish the game off. Blaze will come in, stun on ETC, tongue grab will also miss. Linkin Park taking a lot of damage on this Lunara. That level 20, what is it? Intensifying Toxin? Indeed, showing its power here. And of course, the poke from Cheese's Hanzo coming out. Blaze will come in, nice stun on 2. Here comes a big X-Strike, just cleans up Malfurion outright, and ETC. There's a death metal though, as they clean up 2 in return on this Lunara Hanzo. There's a fat arrow, not really going to do anything though, although Leo Rice actually might just get cleaned up. Indeed he does. This is now a 3-for-2 in favor of Stitches Be Crazy. It looks so good for 104 up front, eliminating ETC and Malfurion, but the cleanup kills in return. A big down goes the Uther. Hanzo will leap over the wall from this Greymane. Lunara though, ooh! Greymane standing tall with this Uther spam. Cheese is trying to show up to help out, but dang, not gonna happen. Gives this a full wipe? Looks like it will be. He's just trying to buy time though. Is this win? Can they get out? I think they just lost though. Uther's here, but what can he do? Here's Greymane. This is yeah. 5 katas on core, 9% feels bad, man. Ghost Uther, yeah. Honestly, that was good from 104 at the end, but you know, down 2 keeps, down 91% core health. Your wiggle room is non-existent. 104 looked way sharper this game though, way sharper. They had the XP lead on and off. They had the kill lead. I think most of the game, maybe the entire game outright. They had some good boss control. They had some good curses. I feel like there was a few missed opportunities, I'd say, from both teams on when to push and when to just chill and take camps and things like that. Works out in the end, though, for Stitches be crazy. The last not the last major fight that just happened, but the one before. 104 cleaned up Lunara and Hanzo first, and that left this Dahaka, Malfurion, etc., who couldn't do anything, even though we got a big dance on too. There's no damage left. This time they take out the Malf and the etc., but the Lunara Hanzo's still alive, and they're just shredding 104, even though it was a 5v3 temporarily. Doesn't work out for them. Lose too many. Ghost Uther was awesome. Greymane stood tall, cleaned up a bunch of heroes. I think actually 3 heroes, if I'm not mistaken. But too many minions. Game reached critical mass. Bit of a, darned if you do, darned if you don't spot. It's a little bit of why I wanted them to contest the top tribute rather than the bottom. It's a bit closer to their base. It was closer to where they were in general. They had just finished shoving out lanes, or while were shoving out lanes. I feel like it was a mistake not to just run up there and try and get that curse. I think it's just easier. It's a bit closer to their side of the map. And I don't know. Who knows how that would go, but I think it was the better opportunity than waiting for the one bottom. Possibly lost opportunities for 104, but what is lost is the series as I get 2-0'd by Stitches Be Crazy. Let's see if anyone's around for an interview. Oops, that screen. Alright, looks like we're going to get a whole team interview here in just a moment. As always, taking any questions from chat.
What's up?
Hey, welcome, welcome.
Told him to get into lobby 1.
Hi.
Hey. There we go. Just throwing up your text on the screen. How's it going, guys? You're not all quite here yet, so I was going to wait till everyone is here.
GG smoking.
Oh, okay. Here he is.
He got stressed out.
Oh, he is now.
Hey, who are we missing, though? We're missing someone.
IMSA, how do
Takeo?
you invite IMSA? IMSA, I don't
Takeo.
know. If he's,
Oh, EMSA.
Not
he,
here.
he don't have NGS Discord.
Oh, Takeo's here.
Oh.
Oh, what? He really?
I got him.
Rip.
I got
Gotta
him.
get him in here. The Zanara plays were happening. The Bambi was hot. He's fire.
Yeah.
It's shredding with that
There we
toxin.
go.
Hey,
Bambi.
there's Bambi. Well played. Yeah, so congrats on your 2-0 over 104. Game 1 looked pretty decisive. Pretty big stomp, like 17-4. They were only about a level behind in XP, but there was no point they ever really didn't come together for them. Not too much to say about that game, other than you guys played it rather well from your end. I liked your draft. Things went your way, and just sort of bada bing, bada boom. I want to talk more about Game 2, which was really exciting. A lot more back and forth. So many crazy fights over these tributes. So, yeah, just talk to me about that game. How it felt to be in it. They were ahead at some point in the score and on the XP, and was it looking like, oh no, they might take it and draw the series? Like, just talk to me in general about Game 2.
Well, I would say their disruption with the Anubarak dive was definitely, for me, as Hanzo, to get the angles on them to rip a W on them, and so good for them and providing that kind of extra work for their backline to come in and do their job.
Yeah, they crafted a pretty cohesive team with all the dive, the Greymane, the Genji, the Anubarak. He was landing a lot of stuns, some good webs. I gotta say, Malf had some pretty sick Twilight Dreams. Especially
Yes,
that
he
one
did.
middle where they webbed him and then tried to go on the ETC, and out of web he gets a 5-man Twilight Dream. It was like, whoa, sick. And
I
they're
don't
forced
even remember that.
yeah, they're forced to de-shield the Greymane so he doesn't die. Blaze stalls, then you clean up the Blaze. And what was really interesting to see, the last 2 major engagements, or one of the last, maybe the last within the last 3, we saw one of the tribute fights where they killed your Hanzo and Lunara, the one near their boss. And there's 3 of you left, and EC gets a dance. There's just no damage, right? And then I think 2 more people die, and someone ran away.
I was just trying to get
Maybe everyone died.
out.
Yeah,
Hoping against hope.
yeah. And then we see the last fight. You actually lost ETC and Malfurion up front. Just kaboom, gone, deleted. And but of course then there's this death metal, right? And then Lunara Hanzo are still up, and they just shred. You know, even though it's 5v3, right? But you shred them, then great. You know, Uther she spam heals the Greymane, he kills everyone. But hey, Winions 5 Katas on core.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last
Yeah.
fight was very intense.
The last two fights were basically yelling, stay there, stay there, delay them from going back.
Yeah,
And
you did have a really nice stall on them in between those two fights we just discussed. There was another, and I think you did stall them a bunch, and that's how the core took so much damage. I think ETC died for it, but definitely worth because they got mega delayed, and someone else stalled them too, but then ran away. And yeah, overall,
That sounds like cheese. Here and
yeah.
No, I did. I did
I
have the option.
I forget who it was, but ETC plus one were stalling, and then everyone else ran away, and ETC's like, "I will die for the cause."
That's right. Take it for the team.
Yeah, take it for the team, and I'd say that was the right call. You know, they're all forced home. Core's down to 9%, looking pretty good.
Well, the later fights, we just kept saying, be patient. They got Cata pressure, and Uther can't handle the Lunara.
It's true.
Patient, poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, I didn't think Uther went with their team outside of D Shield. Considering how much dive they had, and he's, you know, doesn't have much reach. I thought they might have went for like an Alex with Cleansing Flame or something like that, or even maybe a White Mane, considering how much aggro they had. Didn't go for either option, relying on the D Shield. For the Greymane mostly, I guess, so it was used on Genji, I think, once, and what's his name? Anubrak at least once. Which is interesting because you forced it out on the Anubrak early, and that was the fight you ended up losing. And they went up without the D Shield. But no, a lot of fun, a lot of back and forth. You guys looked awesome. Did you also have a 2-0 last night? New series versus
1-1.
it was a draw.
A draw. Okay, but still 3-1 in your last 4 games. Got to be pretty good for you guys. How are you looking on the standings after tonight's results, or do you not know yet until like everything's
I
submitted?
did some math. We need, looks to me like we need Gilly and Ham Banana to split 2 of their 3 games. If they split 2 of their 3 games and we manage to 2-0 the blue team, I think we
Squeeze in. Is there any sort? Oh, because there's all sorts of these like cascading rules for the playoffs, like the points and the dominations and the head-to-head, and or if not that, then like who got more kills in the head-to-head or something. There's all these like 4 or 5 tiebreaker rules that figure out who gets in if things are super even. Yeah, I'm not sure of that either, so I guess we'll just have to see. You have another game still this week or next week, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
next week.
Next
against
week
the blue
against the
team.
blue team. So that'll be right, because then after that's wildcard weekend. So yeah, gonna be exciting. Moving into round. Well, I guess what's round 5, or I don't know what they call it. I guess just wildcard then playoffs. But round 5 for all intents and purposes.
I do want to thank 104 for a very fun second game for sure, and definitely making us think outside the box how to handle what they threw at us at game 1. Also, you Ripper, you helped us. We were the victorious juniors last year. For those that don't know, and we didn't even win a game, and you took it, helped us, coach us up, and we appreciate everything you've done to help us turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are looking pretty solid here in season 5. Definitely having a lot of fun. It's clear, you know, you guys are just having a good time and getting close to those playoffs. So happy to help you out. Though I don't think I've done that much lately. But
Max, he's our guy that kind of like. Speaking of which, can't wait to get you back, Mac, and thanks IMSA for stepping in while he's over in Portugal. Mac kind of picks the games that we want to see and keeps up with a couple different things, and he's an integral part to the team. We learned that he does a lot of things behind the scenes that we didn't realize got done until he was gone for 3 weeks. So we'll have him back next week. And, hopefully we don't have to play on Wild Card Weekend, but if we do, we'll do our best, and hopefully we can make the playoffs this season.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great goal, and with some hard work and a bit of luck, you'll get there. So thanks again coming on. Yeah, again, big shout out to 104 for a hugely entertaining series tonight, especially game 2. And congrats again on you guys for that 2-0 victory. And good luck. Have fun out there in the Nexus.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks you. Take care.
Have a good night, guys.
You
You
too.
too.
See you.
That was the whole team of Stitches Be Crazy discussing their 2-0 victory tonight, in addition to their prospects for the playoffs, which are a little shaky, a little uncertain. They need to, I think, 2-0 the blue team, who is, I think, around number 4 in 4th place in the division, B East. So maybe a bit of a tall task. We'll see. And then they need some other teams to draw their series to have a chance. So, like I said, bit of skill, bit of luck. They will get there. We'll find out next week, though. Keep your eyes peeled to all the wild card announcements, stats, standings, etc. You can find the link from Nightbot, or of course on the NGS Discord for the tournament website. So that will be all this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming around, watching, viewing, interacting as always. GG well played to both teams. And I don't have any cast planned for this week, but I do have a couple of reviews planned for teams, like community coach stuff. So if you're interested in some learning style streams, show up when you see me go live. Till then, all of you, good luck, have fun out there, and then access yourselves, and I will see you soon.